So this is my reaction video uh, to the double stick speed striking drills contest, 83 strikes event contest, as we declared Dr. Frank Kwang as the winner for this event from Kakoy to Paris, Melbourne. So what's the video, and you will find out why.
Okay, so we have here the 83 counts speed striking drills. So I designed these speed striking drills during my competition days. I encountered some problems. I got stuck during a close range fighting. So I tried to analyze and how to maneuver my strikes without being stuck with my opponent. So that's it comes out to this kind of idea that the 83 counts speed striking drills. So as you notice that the speed striking drills we have downwards and upwards. So automatically if you get stuck going downward, you reverse the strike, go upward. So in that case, it helps me a lot during my uh, competition days, like in domestic. So every time I got stuck, I just reverse it, and the fluidity, the flows just continues. So it's very important that you know how to maneuver the stick. So we have different positions. We have the open arms. We have this full guard, half guard on the side, right side or left side. So because we will encounter those positions during the fight, during the competitions, we cannot avoid some positions that, especially if you get stuck. Once you get stuck, then what to do next? You have to reset and fight back. No, there's no chance to move back. The, just keep do the flow. Just keep delivering the flow. So that's how I managed to design the 83 speed striking drills, double stick. So, ba, 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 ba. So in the reality, during the competitions, you have different perceptions. Like in the beginning, we admit that during the fight, is you delivering your strikes only without executing a defense techniques. So that is also level one. We say level one. So you manage to deliver the strikes as fast as you can, but the fact is you also receiving hits from your opponent. So the opponent also banging your head to the body, to the head back to the body. But the only thing you win the competition because why? You deliver most of the strikes. You have a lot of number of hits delivered to your opponent. But in actual situations, that is also wrong. But we cannot avoid, we have to develop ourselves. Competition is also part of the journey of our understanding and study of the schema and the way we learn. So that is part of our understanding. And once you go study schema, that is also another way of seeing yourself how really works all these techniques. So in the sports, first is develop your striking, speed striking. So hitting your opponent, hitting your opponent as fast as you can. Then without thinking of your defense techniques. And also, in the level 2 is once you think that your striking is okay and much more powerful and much more fluid and very smooth, or it just can endless continuously striking. So then you think that is good enough, then you proceed to your defense conscious. So defense conscious is like you have to be aware of the strikes of your opponent. So the strikes of your opponent, move away, defend, block, and counters. So that's the next level. Because sometimes, probably during training, you can do that. Before you compete, you can do that also already. So, but sometimes you cannot do two things at a time. So you need sometimes to have time for striking and time for defense. So because this is the only way you can test your skills, your speed, You know, like, because your opponent is also well trained. He trained a lot of times. Also, he's a very skilled fighter. So he can deliver speed and power. So you think that you can block or you can evade this kind of attack. So this is the only way that you can test yourself, your skill as well, to throw competitions, because like you are safety. You know, like in traditional way of training, no, one mistake you're dead. You cannot come back after 2 months. Probably you will be disabled. So protections is quite good, but always think and also always feel that this is a real fight, even you are wearing a helmet or body armor. So the next level is to how to defend and counter attack the opponent using your speed striking. So that is a different level on the competitions. Bring the traditional forms of training into competition. So, for example, we spar without helmet. We spar. We have a controlled sparring. So we will try to bring that to the sports. In sports, you also try to control the movements of your opponent. You try to control his hands. Control the number of hits that you receive. So that's the fact. Because in real sparring, only 1 hit could be finished. That could be enough. That's why 10 seconds is the most longest time in real sparring is screamer. Remember, sometimes head is very vulnerable. You know, like it's the best target. The body, the groin, the throat, the eyes. That is the target. Even it comes to screamer sparring, because in screamer sparring with no helmets, there's no rules. So to make it more safety, we put helmets, you know, because this is for our next generations. We love them to see that they are growing, you know, growing, studying about their screamer. So back to the 83 basic 83 counts speed striking drills. It helps me a lot during my competitions days, you know. But on the third aspect, I put on that level is the be technical now. So you cannot just go like hitting each other, drumming each other. No, no. You can do defense, deliver the strike, defense, disarm the opponent, make sure that he cannot hit you back, or you can minimize the movements of striking uh, to your body. So try to control his hands, control the flow of his sticks, that he cannot give you a very good shot. But in reality, or we admit that during these competitions we receive blows. But yeah, our goal is to minimize it. In the beginning, you will receive a lot, boom, 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 and we deliver a lot of strikes. But the goal is minimize his strikings, minimize him, or you step back, give space. When he attacks, you execute defense, because try to feel that it's a street fight. So that's why we will try to see and analyze the double stick speed striking drills movements with our players. Thank you.
We have downward strikes and upward strikes. First is the 4 strikes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have to repeat it. So just repeat 5, 6, 7, 8, and back to open. Then we have the upward strikes, also 4 counts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and repeat 5, 6, 7. But 8 is not open. 8 is going to half guard position. So in half guard position, right side, downward first, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to the right side, repeat 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we have a transition going to the left side half guard position, 1, 2, and 3. So from here, downward strikes, 4 strikes with the left side half guard position, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeat 5, 6, 7, and 8. So from here, 1, 2, and 3. So 3 counts. only 3 counts to transition from the left side going to the right side. Then upward strikes from the right side half guard position. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeat. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then transition going to the left side. That is 3 counts. 1, 2, and 3. So from the left side, strikes, just repeat it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeat. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then shift to full guard position in the right side. 1, 2. Only 2 strikes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In up to the right side. But repeat. 7, 8, 9, then 10, 11, and 12. So that is 12 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and here 12. Back to. Okay, so our first contestants for the double stick speed striking drills is Fausto in that. Then we will see his movements here. So in the first, as you could see, is all downward strikes. There's no transition upward or half guard. So it's not about how many strikes you can deliver, but it's about the complete cycle of the 83 strikes speed striking combinations. So that's why, as the result of his uh, scoring is, we score it as invalid because we cannot read what he is doing. So this is not about how many strikes you can deliver, but how many cycles you can deliver in 1 minute. So downward, just downward, and there's no even upward strikes, but that one is not the considered. No half guard, no full guard. So we will proceed to fight number 2. We have Luis Gerardo de la Cruz Orozco from Mexico. So his performance is also very good, and we will see his work here. So he's trying to make a downward strike, trying to do the transition, other side, and unfortunately he doesn't manage to strike it individually, the hands. So sometimes the hands comes together. So from here, also he cannot complete the cycle, and it cannot be read at the end. So yes, but he is trying to make it from the very beginning, and the only thing, one of the problem is he could not emphasize the strikes. So from whatever the position it is, like open arms or half guard position or full guard position, and that is the half guard what he's doing there, and then the other side, left side, and he he could not reverse it to full guard position, upward strike, and he's back to open arms. So at the end, we give him a score of invalid because he could not complete the 1 cycle. So, but pretty good work from fighter of Mexico, Gerardo de la Cruz. Thank you very much for your participations. We'll proceed to our fighter number 3 from Kako DC Paris, Melbourne, under Master Andrea Whitley. Her name is Scarlett Byrne. So we will see what she can do for the 83 counts, the both speed striking drills. So let's wait. Now here you go. So she's doing basically a very slow movements, but very also emphasizing the strikes. So that is pretty good. Now he's on the left side, half guard downward. Then she's proceed to now to the upward, upward right side half guard. So pretty well. Now he's doing great and really good. Very slow, but very sure what she's doing. So here in 1 minute, she managed to deliver only one cycle. So it's a perfect actually for 1 minute. So that was a perfect score for Scarlett Burns, one cycle in 1 minute. So let's see what we're going to expect for our next fighter, fighter number 4, Bret Hart Rad Pana. So congratulations to Scarlett Burn for a perfect score, one cycle in 1 minute. So let's see. So here, as you see, with the Bret onto upward strike, right side half guard, downward, transition, left side half guard, downward, then transition back to the right, upward, 8 strikes, transition going back to the left side, then transition back to full guard, pretty good, and that is one cycle already. So now downward, back to open, start again, downward, upward, 1, 2, 3, 4, transition, downward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, transition to the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, transition back to the right side, upward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, correct, and to the left, up, so 3 times, so that's a mistake, so 3 times on the right side upward half guard. So here, open, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then upward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh, so there was an extra strikes there. So here I think he managed to deliver so 3 cycles, but only one cycle is perfect. So the same as with the Scarlet Burn. And back to open. Then let's proceed to Dr. Frank Wang from Cacoy Dosi Paris, Melbourne, and student of Master Andrea Whitley. So these guys are just brown belts. So we will just wait for their videos to come out. So I think for Red Heart, he managed to have 3 cycles, but one cycle is perfect here. Upward, downward, transition, upward, right side half guard, transition, left side half guard, reverse full guard position upwards, back to open, so that was cycle already. Then upward right side, transition to the left side, then reverse full guard strikes, then downward. So cycles completed already, perfect. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse, down. So third strike. So let's watch again in slow motion. That was pretty good. 3 cycles in 1 minute. So not so fast, but pretty sure what he's doing. So I think in the last strikes, he committed mistakes in there. So reverse, then correct, downward, downward strike in full guard position, back to open, correct. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then upwards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and shift to the left side, right side. For each strikes, transition to going to the left. Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Full guard position. Half guard. Then upward strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Transition to the left side. Correct. 8 strikes. Then full guard upwards. 1, twice. Correct. Downward. 1. Back to open. Correct. So 2 cycles is already correct. Then here, transition upward. Transition 2 and third one. See, only one mistake. So we have one mistake from the Dr. Frank Wang. So in the last part of the full guard positions, he managed to strikes extra strikes there. So 2 cycles in 1 minute. 3 cycles actually only one mistake. So we have a Glenn solidity here, upward, downward. So left side downward, reverse, upward, right side full half guard position, shift to the left side, correct. So there's one mistake with the Glenn solidity in reverse, in upward strike in full guard position. It's lacking. It's only 6 strikes. It has to be 12 strikes. So let's see again. Other side. So it's again. So there's missing strikes in the full guard upward strikes of Glenn solidity. So it's quite fast. I think he managed to deliver 4 cycles, but the only thing is the every cycle is not complete. It's there's a mistake. So yes, so this is half guard upward, then reverse left side, then full guard. See, it's only one. So in reverse half guard, only one 6 strike. So at the end, our winner is Mr. Dr. Frank Wang from Cafe Lucy, Paris, Melbourne, third class brown belt. So he is the first champion of the 83 double stick speed striking drills contest, 83 strikes. Thank you everyone for your participation.